given the kind of cheers that the entry of Mr. Himanta Biswa Sarma have elicited, I think I would really be wasting your time and his if I was going to come across and introduce him. So let me straight away ask him to please come on stage. Mr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, please put your hands together. I think they heard that. Okay, so you can choose. You can choose, but because this is a young audience over here, you want to hear from them. Okay. Tell me, Mr. Sarma, you're used to this kind of reception. From whatever I have heard and seen of you, you don't think twice before sitting on corners of roads, having chai with people, meeting them. So, what do you make of this new brand of politics? We were just talking about it a second ago, where the image of the politician has changed from aloof, from the neta who's talking down at you to someone who's talking to you.
Actually, our country has changed over the years. So now a politician cannot exist with his old kind of notion. So now a politician has to live in the heart of young generation. Otherwise, you are not there. So as long as they endorse you, as long as they feel that we are doing something for them, we are here. But the moment they think that no, we are not doing anything for them, we are here for sake of being there, I think you are out of the game.
Do you think there's still a generation of politicians who haven't woken up to that fact? They still think कि वो राजा प्रजा का जो relationship एक वक्त हुआ करता था, अभी भी वही होगा. हम family हैं, हम dynasty हैं, आपको हम rule करेंगे. Now, no party is ruling anyone. You are just in government.
Actually, if you look at entire political scenery, 2014 was a watershed moment. Prior to 2014, idea was that a dynasty can rule, or somebody actually who doesn't want to serve, but being close to the power can survive in the game. But 2014, people of India has actually changed themselves. It was a watershed moment. And people of India has said that you have to do politics, then you have to care about the aspiration of the youth, you have to care about the country, you have to care about the nation. But yes, there are politicians who still believe that in the traditional way they can do that. And I believe that nobody is thinking of a revolution, but things evolve. And by 2019, I think that generation of politicians will be finished, who believe in dynasty, who believe in blue bloods, those will be over. And as the country will be there in 2022 to celebrate its 75th years of independence, I believe that politics will be more clean and politicians will emerge from the most educated section of our society. Participation of youngs will be more and more. Social network has liberated politics much more. I think we are on a now course towards a change, but that climax will be by 2022. That is my belief, because that message has to go nook and corner. But the process has started in 2014, and Indian politics will be more people-oriented, more responsive, and more basically transparent by 2022.
You think that is happening? All of you sitting here? Okay.
I think big role is being played by social network. Today you can't, there were no voices. Earlier you don't used to hear young generation voices. You go to village, you talk only the village headman. You go to a village, you only talk to the headmaster of that locality. But now because of Twitter, Facebook, you hear more and more voices of youth. And this is really changing the political discourse of our country.
You remain in touch through social media, other means with the youth. What is the one most recurrent demand you hear coming from them?
No, I mean, there is two contexts. One is national context and one is our state context. I mean, if you talk about our state context, actually, we are, as a politician, we are not yet able to give the kind of opportunity, the kind of environment our young generation deserve. Now today, many of our youth going to out of Assam for education. Still, I am an education minister, but today I can't claim that people are not going outside the state. So, as a health minister, I can't claim that people are not going outside my state for treatment. So, in the context of Assam, I think main demand of our youth that we need better educational institute, we need better healthcare institute, we need employment generation or employment among the youth. And often I hear the voices of young generation who are outside our state. They say that, Dada, we want to come back and we want to contribute for the state. Give us that ecosystem. I think those are the voices we continue to hear from our young generation. We are responsive to those issues. But these are the voices we are hearing from the youth. Apart from normal issue like, they want that Guwahati should be sports capital, there should be bigger cultural exchanges, good road, good opportunity, these are there. But the basic thing, I think youth want better opportunity within the state so that they don't have to go for mere security guards or some small job, they don't have to go outside our state.
You know, you spoke of people who are leaving the state and going out. Now, bridging the gap between the Northeast, which was anyway seen as one monolith. Everyone has their very specific cultures, their habits, their tongues. When children, youth from here go out into other states, there are problems that you face. What is being done to bridge that gap? Because that happens. We cannot deny it.
Yeah. Then again, a perception. You will see that in many metropolis, the Northeast students face racial discrimination to an extent. I think nobody can deny that. Every time we hear stories about that, and these are the hard facts. But at the same time, I believe that exposing Northeast to the mainland, telling them, look, these are your people, our people, and we are actually part of the same culture. From 5,000 years we were together, and we have to live together. So that message has to grow very strong and loud to the mainland India. Now, I am very happy that mainstream media is now very sensitive to the Northeast region. Today, you have come all the way to Guwahati to host that Mindrocks. Otherwise, our people used to know that Mindrocks is having, you conduct in Mumbai, conduct in Rajasthan or many places. Today, you have come to Guwahati. Our students youth are very happy. So like this, bigger exchange between the mainland media, mainland civil society, governments, and northeastern state, I think is the way forward. Because neither mainland India can survive without northeast, nor we can survive with mainland India. Our destiny is same. So we have to make people understand that, look, we have no two options. You have to adopt northeastern state as one of your own, and we have also responsibility to tell the people that yes, we are part of the same ecosystem, same environment. Gap is coming down, but I think still we are hearing disturbing news. Sometime Bangalore, sometime Jaipur, sometime Delhi, but this needs to be stopped. And government has a role, and we are doing our bit.
For people here who are thinking of politics, anyone here who has ambition in politics? That's it? 3, 6, 8.
Very less, no?
Why aren't more hands going up? What do you think needs to be done to initiate more people? Because it's only when young, educated people like this come into politics that you can hope for the dynasty to end.
Now, first of all, why many hands are not being raised? now you have to analyze because 6 or 8 has raised. The question is that people still do not believe, or at least in the context of Assam, there is a still doubt that whether by doing politics you can serve the society, serve your society, or you can actually do something good. There is a still notion that, look, politics is the art of bad people. Politics, people who are involved in politics are not good people. That kind of notions are still there.
Do you think that? And if everyone who thinks that their politics is still a corrupt or unclean profession, raise your hand.
Do you think that do you feel that still politics is a good place to be there? I think few, and who are not. I think what I found from them that our generation of politician has to do many more things to make that look. This is a profession through which you can serve people, you can serve your country, and a mindset change has to brought in.
How?
But these will come. The ones they see today, when they see that politician has brought changes. Today, suppose there is a new medical college is coming. People realize that one politician has brought in. Yeah, tomorrow people see that there is a refinery, we are making ethanol from bamboo. Now who is doing that? Some politician is doing it. And there is no controversy. People see somewhere AIMS is coming. Who is doing it? Some politicians are doing it, but there is no problem. People see that lakhs of youths are getting employment opportunity without paying anything from the pockets. And who is behind that? Some politician. So once people started visualizing politician as role model, I think things will change.
What is the biggest impediment? Can we also have a mic given to the audience, because Mr. Sarma said he would like to hear from people as well. So if anyone has a question, we'll also take a smattering of questions from the audience. Anyone has a question, please raise your hand. I will let you ask the question. What do you think is the biggest impediment right now in the way of Assam to be seen as one of the most developed states, or at least on its way to becoming one of the most developed states?
Yeah, I think we have overcome most of the problem. We have we had militant, we had spell of extremism, we had a spell of chauvinist movement, we had a spell of bad financial problem. So I think now this is the best 5 years. I think right now my CM was addressing the youth. I think he has inherited the best 5 years of our history. Because if you look from the point of view of 1979, there was the Assam agitation. Then in 85, by 85, there's the Alpha movement. By 91, Alpha movement has got peak. By 96, financial crisis has set in. So by 2010, 2011, you had a spell of bad administration. So probably in our recent history, I took birth on 1969, and I have seen politics probably from 1980, from 1979. This is the best 5 years. I mean, a CM can dream to be inherited. I mean, he has no problem of past. He has one of the very strong financial backing behind, goodwill of lakhs and crores of people, because kind of the way people have supported this government, unimaginable. And then again, you have a backing of a prime minister who can do who is ready to do anything for the Northeast. So in my assessment, because I am in politics student politics from 1980, then I am in Legislative Assembly from 2001, in my view, this is the best 5 years which Assam can dream of. So now we have to work substantially. We have to develop the core infrastructure. We have to mitigate our social problems. Only, I mean, until we do something wrong, Assam will now go into the progress. I mean, it will be on a path of development, because we don't have any historical baggage now with you. So if 2001 some chief minister come and take vote, his priority will be how to control Alpha. Some 2006, some CM come in, his priority will be how to manage state finance. So today, this 31st March, we close our financial year with 4,000 crore surplus. I mean, this is one of the, then we collect, our revenue growth has become 21.6% highest in the country. So a huge environmental support you have. So I think if we work relentlessly for next 4 years, so Assam will not become top ranking state, but from the below, from the bottom, we can go into the middle, and next 5 years really we can try for top 7 or 6 states.
Because before you came into government, the job growth in Assam was a shade below the national average.
Yeah.
Has that changed? And what has been done to create those jobs?
Yeah, I think this is little early because past 1 year again, you have challenges of a different kind. I mean, you come into the government, we have a demographic problem, we have a problem of foreigner problem, then you have to build up an image of a state. I think groundwork has been done now. And not only growth, our IMR, our MMR, our literacy, indicator-wise, we were last 3 or 4 states, I mean from the bottom. But now I believe next 2 years, we'll go in the middle level. And that trend I can see. Again, I am doing this same, I am in the position of minister for 12, 13 years. But now I can see that this is the best 5 years where things can be altered, things can be changed. And I am very confident that yes, we'll be able to deliver.
So in the next 2 years, you're saying that hopefully the youth over here will have more job opportunities right here in Assam.
Yes, you look, you can think that in the first 50 years from our independence, we had 3 medical colleges. Now, in last 10 years, we set up 3 more medical colleges, now 6 medical colleges. This year alone, we have started 5 medical colleges. Now, you can see the Assam story. First 50 years, 3 medical colleges. Next 10 years, 3 medical colleges. And in 1 year, you have started 5 medical colleges. So, story is beautiful. Story is good. But again, it needs a sustained effort, and let praise to God that the situation, law and order remains same. We don't have we have seen Bodo minority classes, we have seen Alpha movement, we have seen bomb blast in Guwahati, we have seen many of those things. If God is kind, those things doesn't come back, and hopefully there is no chance of those coming back. I think these 4 years will be a beautiful growth story, and Assam will go to mid-cap, and then next 5 years, you can really strive for the top 5. Now, we need little bit of mindset change also, because Assam intellectuals or our intellectual thinkings were dominated by left kind of thought. So, who thinks in a different context. But now, Modi ji has enthused a different kind of thought process in the country. So, we have to see that we don't go, or we don't actually again confine with the way we traditionally thought. We need a huge mindset change, and our youth represented. The agitational generation, basically 79, 85, 90, we brought in the environment of agitation. We brought up by complaining against Delhi without realizing how much money we got from Delhi every year. We have been told that Delhi is exploiting you. I'll give you a small story. When Barauni refinery has come, and some oil has gone from Barauni to refine. So throughout our student days, we have been told that Delhi has exploited you, and Delhi has taken oil from you to Barauni, and they are refining it. Now, in last week we were in Bhubaneswar, we have signed a memorandum of understanding that 9 million ton of crude oil will come to Assam so that Numaligarh refinery survive with that kind of capacity. Now, after 60 years, you need reverse pumping of crude oil, otherwise all our refinery will close. So now, if 60 years ago that complaint is that somebody is taking out resources from Assam, today highest incentive is that somebody is pumping resource back to Assam. So you need to appreciate that changes. So earlier you had a complaint, you had a plywood, you had a tea, now you had a oil, people has taken it, Assam has been made economically weak. But today, in every context, we had a plywood factory, but woods are coming from neighboring state. We don't have our indigenous wood. Now we have refinery, the crudes will come from outside. Not our internal crude level has come down, it cannot sustain. We had gas cracker. Now, unless gas come from outside, the gas cracker will not survive. So, the complaints which were against Delhi for last 60 years, it's now no longer exist. Sometimes I see that if Paresh Barua come down to Guwahati and see this order, I think he will himself put his hands up that I was wrong. I mean, because the things have changed. So, now this is the time where you capitalize those goodwill, capitalize those kind of issues. Don't allow your mindset to be blackmailed by those old kind of so-called intellectual. I think Assam will go in the path of development.
And the old style politicians.
Yeah, ठीक है, politician people can change every 5 years. If they don't like, they can throw them out. That is not a big issue. But I think that mindset is very important. But I can tell you, now because most of our people has gone various cities, and they brought back new ideas, and they brought back many story of assimilation. Our boys has married many girls outside, many girls has married our Assamese boys. Now our relationship more dynamic, we are in a different, we are more on a mainland. The things has changed. I mean, I can see last 5, 6, 7 years, things has changed a lot. Now in Delhi University election, the people call us, say that you come and campaign in Guwahati, campaign among Assamese students. I said, why? No, they are very big. They can change the outcome. So this kind of changes has taken place in our state. I think this, I am a very positive person, and I see a very bright future. And finally, I am very confident that this is the time where our Chief Minister has inherited, our government has inherited a government with lot of goodwill, lot of positive environment, lot of positive ecosystem. And I am sure that if we capitalize on that, nobody can stop the story of Assam.
I want to ask you finally, you talk about change of mindset. Of course, everyone has read and heard at length about, what you thought of the last party's leadership that you were in. What is the difference that you find in mindset between the leadership of the two parties? What is it like?
No, actually, the mindset is very simple. Congress is a 200 years or 100 years old party. It set up in prior to 1900. So it has a legacy, carried a legacy of freedom movement. But at the same time, we appreciate that that point of time, feudalism was very high in country. Although people were in freedom movement, at the same time, parallelly, the feudalism is there in our country. So Congress has, if they have inherited some legacy of freedom movement, they have also inherited the legacy of feudalism. Now, difference is that any party worker of BJP can reach Prime Minister or our national president with an effort of 1 or 2 tweets. And if you want to reach Rahul Gandhi, probably you need 4 to 5 years of effort, then ordinary people can reach him. So that's the difference I have seen. Suppose recently there is a story, one girl from our Dibrugarh, she was ill, she was transferred to Delhi. So she needs a clear traffic to reach the hospital. Somebody from Dibrugarh tweeted our Prime Minister that one girl is being transferred to Delhi, she will reach so and so time. Unless she reach hospital in 10 minutes, her heart, I think she was on some device, it will be come into red area and she might die. So can you ensure free traffic movement? So immediately PM responded. When the girls arrive in Delhi airport, ambulance was ready. Delhi police has come to see that traffic is not there, and she was taken to hospital like President of India, the way President of India taken to the hospital. Now, this is the story of New India. But you tweet, nobody, I mean, any Congress worker can tweet today to Rahul Gandhi, sir, I am really need your help. I am in Guwahati Medical College, or I am somewhere. Can you ask somebody arrange a blood for me? I am sure that answer will come after 3 years. So that's the difference, I think. And no, one can try that. I mean, I can give you a challenge that one can just try that.
All right, on that challenge, I'll take one quick question from the audience. Okay, since he made the effort to jump up, please give him the mic.
Good afternoon, sir, and thanks for the opportunity. I was working outside the state in Bangalore for 5 years or more, and then I came back to Guwahati and I got the opportunity to work in the banking sector, and now I'm working for a government university, which is in your department. What I want to ask you is, there are a lot of people outside the state. They want to come back to the state now, in IT sector, in ITES, BPO sector, and in many other sectors. So we don't see much of the opportunities here. So what is our government doing, about bringing out IT zone here, probably in Guwahati or anywhere else? And the second question I have about the road connectivity and the kind of road system that we have now, because I know this situation is very bad now in Assam. So these are the two things that I want to ask.
I think you must have lot of friends outside Assam who is working in IT and ITES. You go to our website, you see our next budget, where last budget, we have announced lot of incentive for BPO industry. Now we are getting lot of confirmation that people wants to start BPO and IT-based industry in Assam. So near Bajar Airport, we are coming out with a big IT park. Work will start it soon. I think in next 2 to 3 years, you will see a reverse journey, and I am very confident on that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. A huge round of applause for the minister. And can I please request you for one quick selfie with the crowd?